have a reaction from the morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
May 18th already.
Yes, I know, it's getting late.
Yeah, this month is flying.
Yes, it is, but this morning we wake up to frost, so it's pretty chilly to start.
It is chilly out.
So let's take a look now at the temperatures. We'll warm up today, but we're starting out in the 20s to 30s. We have just 29 degrees in Little Falls, Whitesboro, and Westmoreland. And then we have 32 degrees in Richfield Springs. So we are waking up to some frost this morning. Keep that in mind when heading out the door. But we are still dry on the York Full Battery, Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We will warm up today. We'll reach the mid-60s, so warmer than yesterday. And we will be seeing sunshine. So a frosty start, but we will be seeing warmer weather with sun today. The wind has shifted, so maybe a little bit of haze coming in from those wildfires. That's possible today as well. And then tomorrow will be even warmer with our next chance of rain on Saturday. So for today, expect sunshine. We'll warm up into the 60s, a little bit of a breeze, and I will talk a little bit more about our weekend forecast coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Let's get right to it now. Governor Hochul is considering using...
Welcome back. After a really chilly start this morning, we will be seeing sunshine today and we'll warm up into the 60s. We'll be seeing more sun tomorrow and we'll warm up to the 70s. Then as we head into Saturday, there is a chance of rain, so it does look like it is going to be mostly cloudy during the day, but then we clear out to some sunshine on Sunday. So it looks to get a lot warmer heading into tomorrow. We'll be in the low 70s. Now the average high for this time of year is right around 70 degrees. So looking ahead to next week, it looks to warm up above average. We look to be in the lower to mid 70s as we finally head into next week. For this weekend, though, it looks like it could be raining a little bit on Saturday. At this point, it looks to hold off till the afternoon with cloudy skies in the morning. And then heading into Sunday, it is possible to see a passing shower in the morning, but we do look to dry out with sunshine. Gary.
Thanks. Some school districts are now awaiting clarity.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out really chilly this morning with widespread frost outside as we are just in the 20s. Let's take a look at downtown Utica. We are seeing clear skies and it should be a nice sunrise this morning. The good news is that we will warm up today. We'll reach the mid-60s and we will continue to see sunshine, but not after seeing really chilly weather to start this morning. There is widespread frost outside, so maybe give yourself extra time to scrape off the car or maybe even heat up the car this morning and grab that jacket or that coat. We do have a freeze warning that's in effect until 9 a.m. this morning, and then we'll be fine and really start to warm up throughout the day. But this was issued last night by the National Weather Service. So once again, temperatures this morning mainly just in the 20s, 29 degrees in Dalledgeville, Little Falls, and in Westmoreland. And if we look to the south, 24 degrees in Sherburne, 23 degrees in Skenevis. Really, really chilly start, but then we will warm up to the 60s today, so a 40 degrees difference throughout the day. We are dry still on our York Full Battery, Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Not any wind yet. We will be seeing just a little bit of a breeze today, but not too much. It is going to be coming in from the west, so it is possible to see a little bit of a haze in the sky again today from the wildfires to the west. But overall, nice day to spend outside. Tomorrow will be even warmer. We'll be in the 70s again, and another nice day to spend outside. Now, heading into the weekend, we said it was going to rain on Saturday. It does look like it looks to hold off until the afternoon, so if you do want to do anything outside on Saturday, like go for a walk, run, golfing, anything like that, it looks to be fine in the morning. Some of our models are agreeing now, so this model run is for noon. It does look like this model shows the rain coming in after 1 p.m. and this one shows it coming in later. So overall, it looks like the morning will be dry. So on our Skycast here today, we will warm up quickly. At noon, we'll be in the mid-50s and then the mid-60s for the high temperature with sunshine and just a little bit of a breeze this afternoon. Tonight, we remain clear, but we don't get as chilly. We fall just into the mid-40s. Then tomorrow, we'll warm up even more. At noon tomorrow, we'll already be near 70 and in the lower to mid 70s for the high temperature with windy conditions moving back in. Then as we head into Saturday, we will see an increase in cloud cover. It does become unsettled on Saturday. So in the morning on Saturday, we'll be in the 50s. The rain looks to hold off. Even in the afternoon, our Skycast is showing not much rain, just a few pop-up showers. So we will keep you updated on that for Saturday once again. So for today, sunshine is expected, possibly a little bit of a haze. We'll warm up into the 60s after being really chilly this morning, and then we don't get too cold tonight. Then tomorrow we'll reach the 70s. We see rain, a chance of rain coming in on Saturday, and then we dry out next week. Gary.
So a bit of rain Saturday, but Sunday looks gorgeous.
Yes, so it could possibly linger into Sunday a little bit, but then we'll be seeing sunshine later.
All right, Hannah, thank you. Coming up, use it or lose it is fun, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Libertor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And how long will this cold last today?
Probably for like a couple hours. Like around noon, we'll already be in the mid-50s and then mid-60s today.
So not 30s all day.
Yes, no, thank gosh, because I'd be so upset. So let's take a look now at the temperatures to start. We are in the 20s mostly this morning, so really chilly outside. Definitely grab the coat or jacket, but then you won't need it later because then we'll reach the 60s. But right now we have 28 degrees in Whitesboro and Inlet and 29 degrees in Westmoreland and Little Falls. We are dry on our Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar, but definitely seeing widespread frost here this morning. We will warm up today and we will be seeing some sun. It is possible to see a little bit of a haze in the sky from those wildfires out west due to the wind change, so it is possible to see that today, but we are expecting sunshine and warmer weather, and then tomorrow is even trending a little bit warmer than today. So for today, expect sunshine, mid-60s, and I will talk a little bit more about the weekend forecast coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you, and don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Brand new this morning, President Biden.
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Welcome back. This morning we are measuring 28 degrees at the Groovers Park Airport in Rome. So really cold out, and we are seeing widespread frost this morning. So definitely grab the coat when heading out the door. Probably don't need it later, though. We will warm up quickly as we do see sunshine today, and highs are expected to reach the mid-60s. But because of this frost this morning, the National Weather Service still has out a freeze warning for almost our whole viewing area, and that stays into effect until 9 a.m. this morning. We'll warm up more tomorrow as well, low 70s, and then we'll be in the 60s over the weekend, but then heading into Tuesday, Wednesday, so the middle of next week, we will get warmer and see above average temperatures. Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Canastota Police Officer William Pruce has
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with clear skies this morning, so it should be a really nice sunrise, but it is very cold outside. Let's take a look at downtown Utica. As we can see, a nice sunrise to start with some colors, but I would definitely grab the jacket or the coat because we are starting out really chilly, especially for kind of the end of May, and there is widespread frost. So maybe heat up the car this morning before you go. Make sure to give yourself extra time to clean that off before you do head out the door. Because of this, the National Weather Service has us under a freeze warning. This stays into effect until 9 a.m. this morning because a frost is possible outside. Our temperatures are mostly in the 20s, 28 degrees in Dowdesville, Little Falls, and in Whitesboro. And taking a look to the south, 22 degrees in Schenevus, 26 degrees in Norwich. Really cold out, especially compared to what we're used to. But the good news is that we will warm up today. We are dry on our Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. We will be seeing sunshine today. Highs will reach the mid-60s, but the wind will shift to a southwesterly wind, so it is possible to see a little bit of haze and smoke come in from those wildfires out west. So overall sunshine today, but a little bit of a haze is possible. Still a nice day to spend outside. We're not really going to be seeing that much of a wind today. Nice tomorrow as well. We reach the 70s, but it is going to get a little bit windy again. And then Saturday, if you did want to go out to do anything in the morning, like walk, run, golf, it should be dry in the morning at this point with rain coming in the afternoon. So the models are in a little bit more of agreement that the rain looks to hold off until the afternoon. As we can see, it looks with possibly some rain coming in later in the day. Even on our SkyCast, it's showing that we're possibly not even going to be seeing any rain. So let's take a look at the SkyCast. For high temperatures today, we will reach the mid-60s. So at noon, we'll be in the mid-50s, warming up really quickly. Mid-60s, a little bit of a breeze and some sunshine, but haze is possible. Tonight, we only fall into the 40s, so not getting as chilly as last night. And then tomorrow will be warmer. At noon tomorrow, we'll be right near 70 degrees and in the lower to mid-70s for the high temperature, but it is going to be windy. Then as we head into Saturday, we do see clouds increase, so it is going to be a mild morning on Saturday. It is possible to see a few passing showers coming in the afternoon, but we're still tracking that rain. It's just to the west of us on our SkyCast. We are keeping an eye out on the track of it. So for the rest of today, expect sunshine at mid-60s. A little bit of a haze is possible, but we warm up quickly. And then we only fall into the 40s tonight. Then as we head into tomorrow, we are going to get a little bit warmer. We'll reach the low 70s. And then there is a chance of rain on Saturday. We are keeping an eye out on it. Gary?
So watch out for Saturday and look forward to Sunday.
Yes, so Sunday should be a little better. We could be seeing some rain in the morning on Sunday. So
we'll keep an eye on that.
Yes.
Hannah, thanks. Well, some engineers in California. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Gary Libertor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And you definitely want to grab that jacket this morning.
Yes, very cold. We're in the 20s. We're seeing some frost, but we'll warm up to the 60s today.
Yeah, you won't need it when you get out of work.
Yes, definitely. So this morning you need it and then not later. So let's take a look now at the temperatures to start. We are all in the 20s this morning, so really cold outside. 28 degrees in Whitesboro and Little Falls and 26 degrees in Cooperstown and in Earlville. We are dry though on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, and we will remain dry today with some sun, so we will warm up pretty quickly. So warmer with sun today, we'll reach the mid-60s and not as windy as it has been the past couple of days, but it is still possible to see some hazy skies move in from wildfire smoke. But then tomorrow will be even warmer. We'll reach the low 70s. So for today, expect sunshine, and then we will reach the mid-60s after a frosty start. I will talk a little bit more about the weekend forecast coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Let's get right to it now. Governor Hochul is considering.
Welcome back. We will be seeing sunshine today, and we will warm up pretty quickly despite seeing frost outside this morning. Same thing goes for tomorrow. We'll reach the 70s with sunshine, and then there is the chance to see some rain on Saturday, so it does look mostly cloudy with some sun returning on Sunday. But the good news is that we stay pretty warm starting today. Today will be in the mid-60s, then tomorrow in the low 70s. A little bit cooler on Saturday, but then as we look towards next week, we'll be in the lower 70s for the beginning of the week, and then we'll start to reach the mid to upper 70s towards the end of the week, so those above average temperatures are returning. Looking ahead to our weekend, it does look like it will rain on Saturday, but at this point it looks to hold off till the afternoon, so if you do have anything to do in the morning, it looks fine at this point, just cloudy for that. Then on Sunday, we will be seeing sun make a return after the rain clears out. Gary?
Thanks. Some school districts are now open.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out really cold this morning with some frost, but we will warm up today. So let's take a look at downtown Utica. We are seeing some sunshine to start, but I would definitely grab the jacket or the coat when heading out the door because we are really cold outside. The good news is that it will not stay cold for long. It will warm up today into the mid-60s. So heading out the door this morning, probably need to warm up the car a little bit or get the ice scraper out because we are seeing widespread frost to start. So give yourself a little extra time before you head out here this morning. Temperatures are going to be in the 20s to start, and because of this, National Weather Service has issued a freeze warning for almost all of our viewing area. This went into effect last night and continues through this morning, with our sky watchers having us in the 20s. Just 24 degrees in Old Fortune Inlet, 27 degrees in Clinton. And if we take a look to the south, we are still in the 20s here this morning. We have 25 degrees in Cooperstown and Lawrence, 23 degrees in Hartwick. So overall, pretty chilly out. We are dry, though, on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, and we will be seeing sun today, so it should warm up really quickly, reaching the 50s around noon and in the 60s later on. We are going to be seeing just a tiny bit of a breeze, so it is possible that this breeze, since it is southwesterly, could bring in a little bit of haze from wildfire smoke again today, but otherwise we are seeing sun. A great day to spend outside. Same thing goes for tomorrow. We will be a little bit warmer tomorrow. And then on Saturday, we are tracking rain, but it looks to hold off till the afternoon at this point. If you do have anything planned in the morning, should be fine for that, as our models are more in agreement that it's going to come in later. Both these models are set for noon on Saturday, so still at noon it looks like it is still dry in our area, coming in later in the afternoon. Let's take a look at everything on the SkyCast. For today, once again, mid-50s at noon, mid-60s for the high temperature. We will be seeing sunshine, possibly a little bit of a haze. Tonight, we don't get as cold. We only fall into the 40s with clear skies. And then the wind picks up tomorrow, but we will warm up. At noon tomorrow, we'll already be near 70 and in the lower to mid-70s for the high temperature. We start seeing increase in cloud cover tomorrow night into Saturday. So Saturday will be mild to start. We'll already be in the 50s in the morning. And then later in the day, we will reach the 60s. As we can see here, still dry at noon with a few peaks of sunshine. It's just going to be windy, and then possibly some rain showers later. So for the rest of today, expect sunshine. We will warm up to the 60s after a really frosty and cold start this morning, and we'll see clear skies tonight. We won't be getting as cold. We'll only fall into the 40s. Then tomorrow we'll warm up into the 70s, so we'll get a little bit warmer. Possibly the chance of rain on Saturday, so we will keep you updated on that. Gary.
So watch out for Saturday, and definitely Sunday looks a lot nicer.
Yes, we could still be seeing some rain into Sunday, so then we'll keep you updated on that too.
That's for sure. Hannah, thank you. Be sure to like us on Facebook, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
You must have got that winter coat out this morning, huh?
No, but it is cold out. I just wore like a sweatshirt, but we're in the upper 20s, and we'll warm up quickly, so you probably don't need anything this afternoon.
Yeah, just a chilly bus stop this morning.
Yes, yes, with frost. So let's take a look now at the temperatures to start. Upper 20s mostly, 28 degrees in Little Falls and Whitesboro, and 26 degrees in Cooperstown. So pretty chilly. We are seeing widespread frost as well, but we are dry on our Yorkville batteries from Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We will be dry with some sunshine today, so we'll warm up pretty quickly. We'll reach the mid-60s for the high temperature. But we are possibly going to be seeing some hazy skies once again because of smokes. We will keep an eye out on that. And then tomorrow will be even warmer than today. We'll reach the 70s. So for the rest of today, expect sunshine. We'll reach the mid-60s after a really cold and frosty start. I will talk a little bit more about the weekend forecast coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Brand new this morning, President Biden.
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Welcome back. We are really chilly this morning, just 28 degrees being measured at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome. Frost is widespread this morning, so definitely grab the coat or jacket when heading out the door. But the good news is that we will be seeing sun today, so we will warm up. But we still have this freeze warning in effect from the National Weather Service. This is for almost all of our viewing area. Keep that in mind when heading out the door. You may need to heat up the car a little bit or get the ice scraper out to start. Tomorrow will be even warmer. We'll be in the low 70s. 60s over the weekend, but then heading into the middle of next week, we will reach above average temperatures, the mid-70s. Gary?
Thanks, Canastota Police Officer William.
York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out really cold this morning with some frost, but the good news is that we will warm up today. So let's take a look at downtown Utica. As you can see, we are seeing sunshine to start. It is pretty cold outside. I will grab the jacket or the coat, but then later on, you probably don't need it because we will warm up to the mid-60s. But our sky watchers at this point do have us. Oh, sorry. I'm going to go change this. This is the wrong show. Okay, so we are waking up to some frost this morning. Sorry about that. But if you are heading out the door, I would definitely give myself a little extra time to kind of get the car windshield scraped off or warm up the car because it is pretty chilly with temperatures in the 20s. Because of this, National Weather Service does have a freeze warning still in effect for most of us. That will end at 9 a.m. this morning. But once again, definitely grab the coat when heading out the door. Really cold. We are in the 20s, 24 degrees in Old Forge and Inlet, 27 degrees in Clinton and Verona Beach. And if we take a look to the south, 24 degrees in Emerson and Morris and 23 degrees in Hartwick. So this morning, Nala and her neighbor Gizzy not looking too happy. Gizzy is kind of questioning Nala, it looks like, as to why it's so cold with frost. But they'll be happy later because we will reach the 60s, will be a little bit warmer, and they can sunbathe in the sunshine. We are tracking dry conditions on our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar, and very little cloud cover. We are going to be seeing a tiny bit of a breeze today coming from the southwest, so it is possible to see a little bit of haze from wildfire smoke once again. But overall, really nice afternoon to spend outside. Same thing goes for tomorrow. We'll be in the 70s. And then heading into Saturday, it looks like it's going to rain, but it may hold off until the afternoon. So in the morning, it still looks dry, just cloudy. And here's a look at our models. They are in more of an agreement. This is at noon. It's looking like we are dry in our viewing area at noon. Later in the afternoon, maybe around 4, looks like rain could come in. So it looks like most of the morning is dry on Saturday. And let's take a look on the Skycast. At noon today, we'll be in the mid-50s and the mid-60s for the high temperature. It will be sunny and it will get a lot warmer. Tonight will remain clear, but only dropping into the 40s, not as chilly as last night. And then tomorrow, we will warm up even more. At noon tomorrow, we'll reach near 70 and later in the afternoon in the mid-70s, but it is going to be a little bit windy. Heading into Saturday, we remain mild overnight as clouds come in. And on Saturday, it does look cloudy for most of the day, but once again, that rain looks to hold off. So if you want to do anything in the morning on Saturday, it looks fine for that. Once again, possibly just even a few showers. So we'll keep you updated on the amount of rain and the start time of that within the coming days. So for today, sunshine, highs are going to be in the mid-60s after a frosty start, and then we'll drop into the 40s tonight. Heading into tomorrow, we'll warm up into the 70s and then possibly see our next chance of rain on Saturday. Gary?
Again, Saturday rain, possibly some rain early Sunday, but then things clear out.
Yes, and we get warmer next week.
So plan your golf for Sunday, right?
Yes.
Hannah, thanks. Well, some engineers out in
From where the news comes first, this is News Channel 2 at Sunrise.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on the CW11. I'm Gary Libertor. And we have a lot to get to this morning, but with a freeze warning in effect for some parts of the viewing area, we want to get right to this forecast. And a lot of folks have to bundle up this morning as they head out to that bus stop, right?
Yes, we are really chilly. We're in the upper 20s, and then you probably don't even need the jacket for later as we warm up to the 60s.
Yeah, so they'll have to carry it home.
Yes. So let's take a look now at the temperatures to start. We are in the 20s to 30s here this morning, 28 degrees in Inlet and Earlville. 33 degrees in Whitesboro, so it's already starting to warm up quickly. We'll be in the 50s at noon and in the 60s for the high temperature with sun today and dry conditions on our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. Possibly seeing some haze come in once again today due to the wildfire smoke. So for today, expect warmer weather with some sunshine, but once again, we could be seeing a little bit of a haze in the sky from wildfire smoke, and we will warm up even more tomorrow. We'll be in the 70s with some more sun tomorrow. So for today, expect sunshine, mid-60s after a really frosty and cold start this morning. And then we'll talk a little bit more about the weekend forecast coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Let's get right to it now. Governor Hochul is considering using...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out pretty chilly this morning, so I would definitely grab the jacket, but we will warm up later. Let's take a look at downtown Utica. Sunshine to start, but we are seeing frost outside as it is cold. But the good news is that today the high temperatures reach the mid-60s. So just this morning, I would probably heat up the car, grab the ice scraper. Frost is possible, and because of this, we have a freeze warning still in effect through 9 a.m. this morning, issued by the National Weather Service for almost all of our viewing area. Our sky watchers have us just in the 20s, 24 degrees in Old Forge and Inlet, 29 degrees in New Hartford. And if we take a look to the south, just 25 degrees in Cooperstown and Lawrence, and 23 degrees in Hartwick. Pretty cold to start, but we will reach the mid-60s today, and we will remain dry. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We will be seeing sunshine, but it's possible to see a little bit of a haze come in due to wildfire smoke because this wind is shifting again to more of a southwesterly wind. So it is possible to see a little bit of haze come in today, but overall sunshine and warmer weather. So a great afternoon to spend outside. Tomorrow will be a little bit warmer, another nice day to spend outside. And Saturday, at this point, it is trending drier, especially in the morning. It looks dry, so if you do have anything to do Saturday morning, like walk, run, go to any games or go golfing, it should be fine Saturday morning to do that. Here is a look at some of our models at noon. The one model does have the rain coming in at noon at this point. The other one's still holding it off for later, so we will continue to keep an eye out on that, but it looks like the rain looks to come in the afternoon. So on our skycast here today, at noon we'll be in the mid-50s and the mid-60s for the high temperature, lighter wind speeds compared to the past couple of days, and sunshine. Tonight we remain clear, but it doesn't get too chilly. We just fall into the 40s. Then tomorrow we'll warm up even more. We'll be near 70 at noon and in the mid-70s for the high temperature. We will be seeing windy conditions though throughout the day. And then tomorrow overnight it remains mild. We see clouds move in. We'll only be seeing lows in the 50s. So we will start out Saturday morning pretty mild with cloudy skies. A few peaks of sunshine possible here and there. At noon we'll be in the 60s on Saturday, and then it is possible to see just a few showers coming in Saturday afternoon. Once again, we will keep you updated on the other models showing the rain on Saturday. So for today, expect sunshine, mid-60s after a really frosty and cold start. And then tonight we don't get as chilly, we fall into the 40s. Then tomorrow we rise to the 70s. We see possibly the chance of rain coming in on Saturday. And that possibly lingers a little bit into Sunday morning, but we do dry out on Sunday and warm up next week.
Is meteorologist Hannah Evans. And Hannah, I think we're doubling up our temperature right now, about double what it was this morning.
Yes, this morning we were in the 20s, but now at this point we are in the 50s. So warming up pretty nicely. We are measuring 53 degrees at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome, and it is dry outside. That dew point is only at 26 degrees with calmer wind speeds compared to the past couple of days. And on our Mesonet cameras, we are seeing beautiful sunshine. Overall, really nice days expected. We will warm up into the mid-60s. And we won't be seeing that much wind, so it's going to feel nice and comfortable outside. So warmer with sun today. A little bit of a haze is possible from wildfire smoke, but overall a really nice day ahead. And even tomorrow it's going to be a little bit warmer into the low 70s. So for the rest of today, expect sunshine, calmer wind speeds, highs reaching the mid-60s. And I will talk a little bit more about the weekend forecast coming up, Gary.
And speaking of the weather, there.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are tracking sunshine and a warm up this afternoon with highs expected to reach the mid-60s. Let's take a look at downtown Utica. As we can see, sunshine now. We were really chilly this morning with some frost, and we are now in the 50s, so it is getting a lot better outside. 55 degrees in Clinton, 56 degrees in Cassville, and 57 degrees in Mohawk, with high temperatures expected to reach the 60s once again this afternoon. So after being a little bit annoyed this morning, Nala and Gizzy are a little bit happier that they can sunbathe this afternoon in the sunshine. Gizzy was questioning Nala this morning as to why there was frost in almost the end of May, but now it has gotten a lot better. And looking ahead on our 7-day, no more frost expected, at least for the near future. We are still tracking dry conditions on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Not really much of a wind today. We were seeing windy conditions the past couple of days, but it is much more comfortable today with sunshine and calmer wind speeds. Great afternoon to spend outside. Once again, we reach the 60s. Same thing goes for tomorrow. We'll get windy again tomorrow, but we'll be a little bit warmer. We'll reach the low 70s. And looking ahead to the weekend, it looks like Saturday in the morning should be fine. The rain looks to hold off into the afternoon on Saturday at this point. So if you do have anything planned in the morning on Saturday, like walking, running, golfing, going to any games or anything like that, it should be fine in the morning. A passing shower is possible Sunday morning, kind of left over from Saturday, but we should also dry out to some sun on Sunday. So here's a look at what the models are thinking. Now, this model that was saying the rain's going to come in earlier in the day has since started to agree more with this model and hold off the rain into the afternoons. We will keep you updated on that with the start time and things like that. So on our Skycast today, we will reach the mid-60s. We are seeing sunshine this afternoon, and then we see clear skies tonight, but we only drop into the 40s. It will not get as chilly as last night. Tomorrow, we will get pretty warm. At noon tomorrow, we'll be in the upper 60s and then the lower 70s for the high temperature with partly cloudy skies and a little bit of a breeze. Then as we head into Saturday, clouds will increase, so we will be pretty mild into Saturday morning. We'll be in the 50s. That rain looks to hold off on Saturday, so it does continue to stay mild throughout the day on Saturday with a few peaks of sunshine and rain coming in later. So for the rest of today, expect highs reaching the mid-60s. Excuse me. Those allergies are bad too. It is going to be sunny today, a little bit of a breeze, and then tonight we only drop into the 40s, no frost expected. Then tomorrow we'll warm up into the 70s, possibly our next chance of rain on Saturday, but then we clear out next week. Gary?
Boy, that pollen is bad, isn't it?
Yes, it's bad this time of year too. I have really bad allergies.
Yeah, especially for you.
Yeah.
Hannah, thanks. Looking now ahead to next look at the weather in this half hour. Once again, here is meteorologist Hannah Evans.
We are tracking a big warm up today. At this point, we're already in the 50s, and then we will be seeing highs in the 60s. So right now, we are measuring 53 degrees at the Gers Park Airport in Rome. So a big difference from the 20s this morning and the frost. A little bit of a breeze, but we are seeing sunshine across our Mesonet cameras. Overall, great afternoon to spend outside as we do reach the 60s, and it's going to feel nice and pleasant because there's not that much wind today compared to windy conditions over the past couple of days. Today, we will be warmer with sun. Hazy skies are possible a little bit from the smoke out west. Just a little bit of this is possible. Overall, we're still seeing nice sunshine, and even tomorrow will be a little bit warmer than today. We'll be back into the 70s. So for today, expect sunshine, mid-60s for the high temperature, and I will talk a little bit more about the weekend forecast coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Canastota Police Officer William Pro.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are tracking warmer weather now after a really cold start with sunshine. Let's take a look at downtown Utica. As we can see, sunny skies now, and we have warmed up a lot from the 20s this morning. We are now looking at temperatures in the 50s according to our sky watchers. 55 degrees in Clinton, 56 degrees in Cassville, and 57 degrees in Mohawk. Highs today will reach the mid-60s, so it is going to be a really nice afternoon. We are dry on our Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar, and we're seeing much less wind today compared to the past couple of days. Not really any wind outside with sunshine, so it is going to feel nice and pleasant as the afternoon progresses. A great day to spend outside today. Same thing goes for tomorrow. The wind is going to pick up again tomorrow, but we will get warmer. We'll be seeing highs in the low 70s. Heading into the weekend, Saturday in the morning still looks dry. So if you do have anything planned for Saturday in the morning, like if you want to go running or walking or any games or golfing or anything like that, the morning looks fine on Saturday, but there is a chance of rain later in the day on Saturday as temperatures are just in the 60s. We do dry out on Sunday. A passing shower showers possible in the morning on Sunday, kind of left over from Saturday, but we should dry out to some sunshine. So here's a look at some of our models. This one model earlier this week did have the rain coming in earlier in the day on Saturday. This one still held off for the afternoon rain, and now this is coming into more of an agreement. So both these models do show looking like rain comes in the afternoon. It doesn't look too heavy, maybe just a few scattered showers. So on our Skycast here today, beautiful sunshine will reach the mid-60s, and then tonight we'll be seeing clear skies with lows only falling into the 40s, though not as cold as last night. Then tomorrow will warm up even more. At noon tomorrow, we'll be seeing temperatures in the upper 60s. It does get windy, though, and then in the afternoon, lower 70s for the high temperature. We remain really mild overnight into Saturday because it remains cloudy. We will be seeing mostly cloudy skies for Saturday with a few peaks of sunshine here and there, but at this point, it looks like the rain does hold off for a little bit and then may linger a little bit into Sunday morning, so we'll keep you updated on that. So for today, expect highs in the mid-60s, a little bit of a breeze with sunshine, and then tonight we only drop into the 40s. Then tomorrow we'll warm up to the 70s. We'll be seeing the chance of rain come in later in the day on Saturday, and then we do dry out for next week. Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Wind won't be the only name.
Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. We're breaking records.
Yeah, this morning was cold. It was a record cold start. We got down to 27 at Griffiths and Rome. Lots of places were colder or just as cold as that. We had a widespread frost across the area. This is likely the last time that we will see frost in the Mohawk Valley this season. By the way, the record low 29, the previous record low set back in 1981. Current temperature is 63 degrees. We have since warmed up very nicely since that cold start. We're looking at low humidity and light winds. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It looks quiet. No frost tonight. We'll stay away from that, like I said, for at least the next several days. A beautiful day tomorrow. Temperatures climbing to the mid-70s. I'm tracking some rain on Saturday. It doesn't look to be a washout. We're timing the rain. We'll let you know when that arrives and how you can plan around that if you're trying to do outdoor plans on Saturday. Sunny skies this evening, temperatures in the 60s. Again, very pleasant out there. We're tracking, again, a wet start to the weekend. A look at that forecast is coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. As New York City is bursting in.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Tracking lovely weather as we head into the end of the work week. Let's take a let's take a look outside. This is our Cavi Tower Cam. We're doing a time lapse here just to show you how little the weather has changed today. At least skies have remained generally clear. It was a cool start, nice warm finish. Should have a nice sunset this evening, too. Here's a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, it's looking quiet across the region. Temperatures are going to stay above freezing at night. So if you've been itching to plant, and if you live in the Mohawk Valley, you should be able to get away with out having frost here for this point in the season. We'll get a couple of cool nights ahead, but we're into the low 40s. And I think those will be the coolest nights of the next 7 days. And as we get closer to Memorial Day weekend, the risk for frost goes down. And if anything, the long-term weather patterns do favor some warmer temperatures. If you live in the outlying areas, I would wait a little bit longer just to be safe rather than sorry, because, again, those overnight lows tend to get much colder in your areas. Speaking of which, kind of on the other side of the coin here, we've been talking about frost and some cold nights. What you might not think about is the risk for fire danger is still pretty high. We have low humidity. Today we had light winds, so the risk for fire spreading isn't that high, but the winds pick up tomorrow and the humidity stays relatively low. And we still have a lot of brush around, so although the burn ban is over, we still ask folks to exercise caution if you are burning or making campfires here over the next couple of days. We expect the winds to be strongest tomorrow. The winds will become lighter as we head into the weekend. Local temperatures, Westmoreland 65 degrees, Dolgeville 65, Inlet 60, across Southern Valleys, Sherburne 66, Cooperstown 65. Again, just a lovely day across the area. High pressure and control of our weather for now will bring us dry weather tomorrow, but eventually rain looks to catch up with us as we start the weekend. Clear skies tonight, overnight lows in the 40s. We'll see mostly sunny skies tomorrow. We'll climb into the low 70s by noontime. A beautiful day, breezy conditions, but temperatures make their way into the mid 70s. Clouds thicken up tomorrow night. Saturday, we start out dry. If you're looking to get outside Saturday, earlier would be better than later. Eventually, some rain looks to arrive Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening from the west. Looks like that steady rain will be mainly with us Saturday night. Mostly clear tonight, down to 44. Tomorrow, again, a lovely day, partly sunny, temperatures in the mid-70s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Rain again returning Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, and Saturday night. Sunday's looking dry, and the weather next week is looking lovely. High temperatures generally in the 70s. And again, we stay away from frost here for the next 7 days and heading in the right direction.
All right.
At least.
Yeah.
All right, Bill, thank you. The new and we will warm up. Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis brings us up to speed.
Yeah, the weather turning lovely this evening after a chilly start. It's actually pretty comfortable out there. In fact, if you're going to be enjoying the evening, maybe grabbing an ice cream, you can take your time eating it. We're looking at temperatures in the 60s, but I think it's ice cream worthy weather. Temperatures will be even warmer here tomorrow, and it's going to be even more enjoyable to have ice cream with temperatures in the mid 70s tomorrow afternoon. Let's also take a look at what's going to be happening later this evening, too. The International Space Station making an appearance. If you can stay up to 9:25, I think it's going to be a pretty decent show. You're going to look to the north. Again, look for what it looks like a fast-moving star across the sky. Skies are expected to be clear. We should have a nice view of that. Walking the dog this evening, temperatures remain in the 60s. We're looking at sunshine and tonight's featured dog, Bristol from Forestport. If you want to be part of this, head to Bill's Buddies on Facebook. Tracking our one and only chance of some much-needed rain as we start the weekend. And look at that forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
All right, so grab an ice cream cone and watch the International Space Station fly by.
There you go.
It was the first day of competition at
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening, a lovely day. After a chilly start, temperatures bounced back into the 60s, and it is just turning out to be a gorgeous evening. This is a live look at our Nexus camera overlooking the city of Utica, downtown Utica. And again, plenty of sunshine, and again, a very lovely evening to get out and enjoy. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, nothing doing. If you have to cut the lawn, you have a few opportunities to do that. It could be this evening or tomorrow. If you're trying to cut the lawn this weekend, Sunday will be a lot better than Saturday. You could cut Saturday in the morning, but you're going to try and beat some rain. Our MoCast, by the way, is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. The rain that does arrive will help knock down pollen for a change. We've had very high levels in the air over the past several days. You might have even noticed a film on the car windshield from that thick pollen. Again, Saturday is the day where we get some relief from that. Of course, it's also going to cause more pollen on Sunday as it helps the plants grow. But again, it is what it is. We're in that time of the year. Skywatchers in the 50s and 60s. Alder Creek 60 degrees, Barneveld 59, Schuyler 61, across Southern Valleys. Hartwick 60 degrees, Milford 61, and Sequoia checking in with 63. High pressure is in control of our weather. It's bringing us lots of sunshine, and we're going to see high pressure for the day tomorrow. But as this system heads to the east, low pressure will eventually catch up with us. A very slow-moving cold front will be responsible for bringing some rain as we head into the start of the weekend. Tonight, clear skies, no frost is expected, so you don't have to worry about covering your plants like you did last night, if you had to do that. We're expecting overnight lows in the low 40s. Sunshine as we head into Friday. Again, a beautiful day. Windier than today. That south wind kicks in between about 10 to 20 miles an hour. Something to keep in mind if you're trying to take the boat out, maybe for the first time this season, there could be some waves. As we get into the day tomorrow, again, temperatures in the mid-70s. Clouds thicken up tomorrow night, and then Saturday, not looking quite as nice. Mostly cloudy skies. The rain does arrive. Skycast has it a little bit later than I'm thinking. I think we're going to see some rain developing by around 3 to 5 p.m. Saturday, and then the rain becomes a little bit more widespread Saturday night, and this rain should move out first thing Sunday. Tonight, mostly clear. We're down to 44. Tomorrow, we're looking at a beautiful day, warm and partly sunny with temperatures in the mid-70s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. If you're looking to plant, you can see that we're not going to be dealing with frost over the next 7 days. And that gets us pretty close to Memorial Day weekend. So if you want to get an early head start on planting, this weekend should be fine for the Mohawk Valley. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, a nice stretch of dry, sunny weather. High temperatures near 70 early next week, and then we warm up into the upper 70s by Wednesday and Thursday. We'll be right back.
For first look at the forecast at 6, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
It was a record-breaking start to the day. We're talking about overnight lows in the upper 20s. That breaks the record for today's date, 29, set back in 1981. These stats come from Griffis. A lot of places were in the 20s. Many areas, just about all areas, had frost this morning across central New York. Current temperature is now 65 degrees, a nice recovery. We're almost 40 degrees warmer now compared to this morning. And it also feels nice without the wind for a change. The wind is back tomorrow, though, along with some warmer temperatures. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things look dry. No frost tonight. We'll stay away from that. It looks beautiful tomorrow. Get warm and breezy with temperatures in the mid-70s. I'm tracking some rain as we start the weekend. Saturday doesn't look to be a washout. I'll let you know if you're trying to spend time outdoors on Saturday, when to be able to do that. Sunny skies this evening, temperatures in the low 60s. Again, we're taking a look at that weekend forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
It's been several years in the
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
After a chilly start, it turned out to be a lovely day here in central New York. Warmer temperatures tomorrow before rain returns on Saturday. Let's take a view of our Nexus camera overlooking downtown Utica. This is going to be a time lapse just to show you how clear the skies were today. Boy, it's nice to see that. Looking at clear skies as we head into this evening, we're dry in the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, and it should be great viewing for the International Space Station. And it makes an appearance tonight in our local skies at 9:25, visible for 6 minutes. You're going to want to look to the north for this. It's relatively low in the horizon, so make sure you don't have anything in the way, buildings, trees, and the like to the north here. And again, that'll be in the sky here for a couple of minutes after 9:25. And again, great viewing for that. If you are itching to plant, well, we made it through frost last night. What's our outlook going forward? I think we stay away from frost in the Mohawk Valley for the next week. You can see the overnight lows get chilly, but we're down into the low 40s. So that's a nice margin of error here. Again, we're down into the mid-30s when frost starts to take over. And I just don't see that happening here for the next 7 days. And that gets us closer to Memorial Day weekend, which is the weekend that it's typically safe to plant entirely. So if you want to go ahead and do that going forward, you're okay. If you live in an outlying spot, maybe the Adirondacks, you might want to wait another week just to make sure. Again, we're looking at warmer temperatures, though, in our future. High levels of pollen continue tomorrow, but guess what? With rain in the forecasts, they get knocked down temporarily on Saturday. Higher levels of pollen return Sunday, but at least we get a break from that as some wet weather arrives. In the upper 50s to low 60s across the region this evening, Old Forge 58, Mohawk 64, Bob and Clinton checking in with 66, Cassville 64, Edmonston 61, Lyman and Eaton with 65. High pressure in control of our weather for now. That will be the case tomorrow too, and that's going to help bring in a south wind. Tonight we're down into the 40s. We stay away from frost. Sunshine tomorrow as south wind takes over. Temperatures climb into the mid-70s. It turns out to be a windy afternoon, a south wind between 10 to 20 miles an hour. Increasing clouds heading into Friday night. On Saturday, we're looking at a cloudy start to the day. The rain holds off, I think, until the late afternoon. Skycast has it in very late in the day, but I think it's going to be the afternoon when the rain begins. Temperatures in the 60s. So if you want to enjoy Saturday outdoors, earlier is better than later. Mostly clear tonight, down to 44. Tomorrow, beautiful day, partly sunny, temperatures in the mid-70s. Again, rain on Saturday, 64. We're dry and we're sunny as we head into next week. Highs near 70 on Sunday and Monday. Temperatures climb into the upper 70s as we look ahead to Wednesday and Thursday.
I'll take those 70s.
Lots of them in
You have
the
no
future.
choice.
Yes.
All right, thanks, Bill. Well, still to come on News Channel 2 at 6, looking for a great forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. What a beautiful sunset. Are we talking a little bit of smoke haze here?
Small amount.
Just a little.
Not as bad as it's been earlier this week. But yeah, we do have a little bit of color in the sky. This was from our Nexus camera taken earlier this evening. Actually, absolutely gorgeous shot. Our current temperature is 47 degrees. It's not going to get cold enough to cause frost tonight. And in fact, I think we're going to be out of the woods for frost across central New York, at least the Mohawk Valley, for the rest of the week and into early next week. But it will be cool tonight. We'll drop down into the low 40s. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. All is quiet across the region. And again, looking at overnight lows tonight down into the mid to low 40s under mostly clear skies. We're tracking some warm weather tomorrow. Also some much needed rain, especially as we start the weekend. So the timing's not great, but again, it is something we really need. We're tracking when that rain arrives and how long it lasts coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. School will be back in session.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. A lovely sunset taking place this evening. This is a look at our Utica National Tower camera overlooking Cooperstown, and this is a time lapse of the sunset. Again, gorgeous conditions across the area, mostly clear skies, a few high clouds moving in, and we are looking at clear skies heading into tonight, and temperatures will drop down into the low 40s. So we'll stay away from frost, though, and that'll be the case over the next several days. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, looking at dry conditions. Here's a look at temperature trends, and I want to pay attention to the overnight lows here. We're above freezing throughout the rest of the week. And over the next 7 days, the coldest we get looks to be Sunday night and into Monday with overnight lows in the low 40s, which is similar to tonight. And this takes us closer to Memorial Day weekend. So if you live in the Mohawk Valley, I think it is going to be safe to plant now going forward. I think this is what we saw last night will be the last widespread frost of the season. Doesn't mean that nobody in the colder spots will get close to freezing, but the Mohawk Valley, I think, will be safe. One thing that we're tracking tomorrow is the risk for fire spread due to the weather. We're looking at very low humidity and breezy conditions, and we have a lot of brush around. So even though the burn ban is over, it's still not advised to burn anything tomorrow or have any campfires because, again, with the wind, fires can spread pretty quickly. Windy tomorrow, the winds will become lighter over the weekend. We finally get some rain on Saturday, and that's going to help knock down the pollen levels temporarily. So we at least get some relief from that. And the levels look to rise again as we head into Sunday. Looking at the radar satellite image, we have high pressure in control of our weather. That heads to the east tomorrow. It still brings us sunshine, but eventually, as it continues to move to the east, the rain that you see on the very left-hand side of your screen will move into our area as we head into the weekend. Tonight, clear skies, overnight lows drop down into the low 40s. Friday, a beautiful day, a mix of sunshine and clouds. Temperatures climb into the mid-70s, so a warm afternoon. Clouding up tomorrow night, heading into Saturday morning, 8 a.m., mostly cloudy skies. Looks like the rain's going to hold off until later in the day. I'm thinking closer to 5 p.m. is when that rain begins. And that rain will be around as you get into Saturday evening and Saturday night. Mostly clear tonight down to 44. Tomorrow, beautiful day, partly sunny, breezy, temperatures in the mid-70s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Rain returns Saturday, high of 64. We are dry and we are sunny as we head into Sunday and beyond. Another lovely stretch of weather here, especially early next week.
Take it. We deserve it after all this.
Looking good.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Bill. Coming up next, Montana. For a first look at the forecast tonight with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. Such a difference from last night to tonight, right?
Yeah, not dealing with frost tonight for sure. Beautiful sunset this evening. This taking place from downtown Utica. This is our Nexus camera. lovely colors here. We're going to be looking forward to a lot more of these here heading into the weekend with dry conditions prevailing. Our current temperature is 48 degrees. And again, we stay away from frost tonight, although it will be a cool night across the area. The dew point's 32 degrees, and again, clear skies and light winds. Clear skies, dry conditions on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Overnight lows tonight looking to drop down into the low 40s. You can leave the windows open, cool off the house. We are tracking some warmer weather as we head into the day tomorrow, along with some much needed rainfall as we start the weekend. But if you do have plans for Saturday and you're trying to squeeze in some outdoor time, we're going to track when that rain arrives and how long it's going to last, and that's coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. School will be back in.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
A lovely day across Central New York. This is a time lapse of the sunset this evening from the Utica National Tower camera overlooking Cooperstown. Some high clouds and a very colorful sunset. Clear skies this evening means temperatures are going to continue to cool off. We are looking at dry conditions on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Let's talk about frost. Well, we saw a widespread frost last night. Will we see any in our future? The answer is not for the next 7 days. Just to look at the overnight lows, will be above freezing and well above freezing. The coolest we get is 42 heading into Sunday night and into Monday. So if you're looking to plant, I think most areas will be safe from frost going forward. It doesn't mean the outlying areas may not get into the 30s again, but I don't foresee us being as cold as we were last night for the remainder of the season. Looking at temperatures during the day in the 60s and 70s going forward. And with the weather being warm, it's also really dry. And just a reminder, with the wind that we're expecting tomorrow and the low humidity, we still have that risk for brush fire spread. I know that we're past the burn ban that the state issues every season, but still, days like tomorrow, you want to use caution. And it's best to avoid burning during the day tomorrow, again, with the winds being what they are, as well as the low relative humidity. Winds will become lighter as we head into the weekend, and even lighter as we get into early next week. For a change, we're going to get out of this windy weather pattern. High levels of pollen will continue tomorrow, but we have some rain in the forecast for Saturday, and that's going to help knock down the pollen temporarily, which, again, is a much-needed break. We've had very, very high levels of pollen over the past several days. High pressure in control of our weather. That will be the case again tomorrow. As the high-pressure system moves to the east, we will eventually see our weather change. In fact, the rain showers you see in Wisconsin will eventually be here as we head into late Saturday. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, clear skies tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the low 40s. It's a beautiful day tomorrow. We're looking at partly to mostly sunny skies. High temperatures in the mid-70s. A south wind between 10 to 20 miles an hour. So it will be a breezy day if you're taking the boat out. There could be some waves on those bodies of water. Heading into tomorrow night, cloudy skies, and the rain returns Saturday. I think late in the day. It's not until after 3 o'clock that widespread rain moves into the region. Tonight, mostly clear, down to 44. Beautiful day tomorrow. Sunshine, highs in the mid-70s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Again, rain developing during the afternoon on Saturday, a high of 64. Sunday is looking dry. The weather next week looks really nice. Lots of sunshine, lots of sunny days ahead. Temperatures climbing into the mid to even upper 70s heading into the end of the week.
Knowing what I know now, I wish I thought to